Okay. Hello, daybreakers, investigators, and out-of-control robot trains. Welcome. Ooh, hello. Lara Snyder 48, thank you for the follow. Welcome back to... Oh, hey, what's up? Not too much. Just playing a game. Sorry, I'm a bit quiet because my girlfriend is trying to sleep in the other room, so I can't be too loud, but welcome. Twilight. Twilight LV2. Thanks for your follow back, WSP. I don't do follow for follow. Sorry. I follow people if I find them on Twitch or if I know them. But like yeah, I don't really do the whole follow for follow thing. Sorry. Although if if you become like a regular viewer of mine, then maybe we'll see. We are going into the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Let's have a look around. Hey, one of those robotic arms are here too. Yeah, it swiped at me. Best to leave it alone. The train's definitely mad at us. Terrible at Sonic's voice. I'm sorry. Good call. We gotta get out of here before that arm swipes at us again. So let's check it again. Okay, it's the same dialogue. Okay. Oh man. What? What's wrong? The windows are all covered up now. I never got to look at the pretty views. Amy was saying the train sights couldn't be beat. I was excited. After all we've been through, I'm sure the train company will offer you some kind of coupon for another visit. That'd be great, as I still don't know where my wallet is. Oh yeah, we found that, did we? The conductor and I found Vector's ticket in this napkin holder. What was his ticket doing here? Maybe he confused napkin for his ticket and his ticket for a napkin. I hope his ticket didn't have a ketchup stain. Wow, so Eggman built this train, huh? No sense dwelling on it now. We know what we have to do. Oh, I like it. The background is like doom 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 doom. Ready to go save our friends? I'm ready. Alright, let's do this. To the conductor car to end this mystery. Right. This is the finale, apparently. How long it will take, but see. Oh, well, guess we've got to do this. Alright, our friends are locked in the cars up ahead. In my last adventure, maxing out my ring count gave me an extra boost of speed. It's talking about Sonic Frontiers, I think. If I can grab enough rings, I should be fast enough to bust through the next door too. Ready? Let's do this. Oh. Wow, this is so big all of a sudden. Oh, shit. Ah. Oh. Not enough rings. Okay. Oh, you're staying too close. Well, it feels like it's way bigger than it used to be. Oh yeah, because I'm playing it on full screen and not like on the Dream Gear thingy. That's why. Ah, shoot. I'm really bad with perspective, as you can tell. There we go. Just wait till I see Eggman. I'm gonna clobber him. We gotta deal with the train first. Come on, let's go. Oh, God, it's still going. Come on. It's so hard to see where I am. Okay, me back here. Okay, so there's a checkpoint there at least. Ooh. You all came for us. Of course, but let's move. The train wants to take us prisoner and earn a reward. My reward is to get off this stupid train. Let's go. It's harder now. It's pink, so I'm guessing it's gonna be Amy. There's no like active hazards, which is good. Okay, done. And the last one will be Shadow. Maybe this is, yeah, it's original place. Sonic! It's about time. I thought you were supposed to be fast, Sonic. We gotta move. You two ready? Always. Let's boogie. Yeah, and then it's black. Yeah, this is Shadow because it's got the Chaos Spears. Oh, a lot of them. Okay. Sonic. Try not to run away. Let's go. Don't worry about it, let's just keep going. God. Let's try. They locked Amy and Tails in the conductor's car. Say no more, let's go. That's it's gone down to 55 again. We got that. Okay, we're good. Sonic! Sonic, you're here! This is no way to treat the birthday girl. You're right, I'm ready to stop this train. Time to finish this. Final boss is the train. Cool. Not the first train Sonic's fought. Excellent work trapping these pests. Now hurry to me. I must properly dispose of them to begin my plans for Eggman Land, and probably another Death Egg. Don't turn us into robots. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Haven't done that in a while. Maybe I will turn you all into robots to give Sage some new toys to play with. Shut it, Eggman. Don't disappoint me, Train. Hurry it up. I will not fail. My wish will be granted. Your wish? Oh, you mean the bounty. I don't care what you call it. Just bring me those overgrown mammals. Ah, that Eggman. I must get my wish. I will not fail. This is it, everyone. Get ready. We're taking this thing down. I don't have to do another. Yep. Oh wow, I already. Oh no, went back to 0. Wow, okay. This is really cool. Like, I can't believe this game was made for April Fool's Day. It's like so good, it's like legitimately challenging. None of you could possibly understand. We promised to be together our whole lives. How could he just leave like it was nothing? Who do you mean? The conductor? He's retiring. You just have to accept that. My wish will keep us together forever. That's what being friends is all about. You can't force someone to be friends with you. That's messed up. Shut up. Just shut up. Somebody needs to learn. Oh, okay, this is getting intense. Alright, I need to take a quick bathroom break. Eggman, Eggman, can you hear me? My wish, my wish, my wish. Make the conductor never leave me. Let us be friends forever. The kind of friends who would never leave each other. Why would he betray me? Yeah, just because he's retiring doesn't mean you're not going to be friends. This whole time the train just didn't want the conductor to leave. It's sad, honestly. I mean, sad as in I feel for it, not sad as sympathetic. Conductor! You promised me. You promised. Let him speak. Unhand him. Train, stop this. When I told you we'd be with each other forever, I was a much younger man. I'm getting old. Tired. Excuses. How dare you abandon me? I'll be lonely. So lonely. Why must you insist loneliness upon me? No, stop! What are you doing to me? Please, don't make me do this! Tch, we have to rescue the conductor if we ever want to stop this train. Oh, we got an actual boss fight now. Oh, sheesh. Oh, damn, this is getting really intense now. Oh, almost made it to the end without getting hit. Yes, Sonic, go. That's the flicky. Flicky. This is just like the law card, where my ex-best friend left detective work to join Dr. Eggman. So, this really is a badnik. The stakes rise every second, huh? You gotta save him. On it. Let's show our full power. Yeah, let's do it all together. Everything is going on. There's too much going on. Oh, so one ring short. Come on. Cat is I can't really stop this. Oh, come on! I jumped over that. Oh, well. There's no way this is going to work. Yep. Yes. Come on. Do this. Round. You can jump over the lasers, but you can't jump over the spikes. Oh. Why did I do that? Come on. Beating harder level back. Mid. Oh, come on! Okay, that time I jumped over it. Oh, no. I'm so glad I get infinite tries. Ow. Bite me. Gently, because I don't like pain. Oh. Come on. Stop here. It's so hard for me to keep. It probably looks easy to someone watching it, but for me, like, I have to keep track of so many things. Okay, yes, I did it. Take that. Just be delivered to Eggman already. What about my happiness? Your happiness comes at the expense of others. Last I checked, that's called being selfish. Me? Selfish? How dare you? You know I have to get 100 rings. Friend is his head. I should not talk while I'm doing this. Ah! There. It's okay. I lose track of where Sonic is, and then I think he's like further ahead than he actually is. But if I keep watching Sonic, I do not have a good peripheral vision. As you can probably tell, because I keep running into things. Okay, this is... Right, yeah, okay. It's just... Come on. Just don't get hit. Good. Okay, we're good. You say that was the last one? Probably isn't. No, No. 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 I'll grab the flicky. Okay, that was the last one, I think. It's over. Time to pay for ruining my birthday. Ooh, nice hit, Amy. Boom, and that's it. Gotcha. The train is slowing down. Great hit, Amy. It was pretty great, wasn't it? That's what you get when you mess with my special day. I just couldn't bear to see you go. I'm sorry for the trouble. Oh, poor thing. I think our work here is done. Now let's get off this thing. Thank you. Goodbye, my friend. I may be leaving the rails, but I assure you, I'll never forget our time together. Oh. Yeah. Well. Okay, here we go. We did it! Well, I'll say I've never been on a train like that before. This universe has a unique way of doing things. Watch your step, watch your step. It's over. The mystery of Sonic the Hedgehog's murder is officially over. Maybe next birthday we just ask Vanilla to make dinner. Oh, you don't love parties where by the end someone tries to kill you? I think I'm actually going to miss this group's unhinged way of thinking. Honey, you're late. I've been waiting here for hours. You'd honestly never believe what happened. So I won't even try. I'm just glad you're here. Quick, we leave for Spagonia in the morning and you need to pack. I'll pack faster than the wind. I need this vacation something terrible. And I need you home. Happy first day of retirement, dear. Seems the conductor is more than ready to begin his retirement after this ordeal. I'm happy for them both. Oh, who's this? An old friend, I think. Ah, the flicky from the train. Well, they're a cutie, that's for sure. Doop, doop, doop. Seems that flicky found a friend. Great job saving that little guy, SBO. It was the least I could do. Sonic, everyone, I sincerely apologize for the trouble I caused. Don't be. You were just following what you thought was the game. It's hard to know what I would have done in the same situation. I wouldn't have hit someone with a blow dart. Seriously, a dart? It would have been hard to get close to you otherwise, Mr. Speed of Sound. Regardless, I am sorry. We're cool, and now that we are safe, it was fun. This group has a wild idea of fun. Boy, am I starving. I forgot we never ate. With all the clatter, I completely forgot I was hungry. Me too. I was distracted playing detective. If only you could have seen me, Sonic. I was finding clues, presenting evidence, poking holes in alibis. Sonic? Wait, where'd he go? Everyone, guess what? This station has a bakery, and look what I bought! Ah, a birthday cake! Happy birthday, Amy! To the confident, unshakable, and radiant Amy Rose. To an adventure of a birthday, darling. A memorable party every year. To a fun birthday. A ride from start to finish. May our friendship grow stronger each celebration. I admire your tenacity. May you never lose your vivacity. Happy birthday to Amy and her sparkling personacity. Happy birthday! I'm not smart enough to know if personacity is a word. We love you, Amy. Happy birthday. You guys. We almost got murdered by a lonely train, but I haven't traded these adventures for anything. Never in a million years. You guys won't ever leave me, right? Wouldn't dream of it. Now, let's have some cake. Yes, please. Dig in, everyone. Yay! I hope it's chocolate. It doesn't look like it, so I shut up. Oh, Sage and Metal Sonic. Let's go, Dad. Aww. That's cool. It's kind of cute, honestly. That train's never making it here, is it? Orbot, prepare a bath. The happy rubber duck or the angry one? Angry! Sour choice, your evilness. Shut it! And that's my story of when I met Sonic and his friends. Entangled in their lives for a fleeting moment, and then back to things as they were. Cities realised Eggman was running the train system and fought back to seize control. Everything's squeaky clean now. As for me, ooh, good choice. What would I do? I mean, if I was this person. Well, it's my first day, whatever. I stuck with the gig. And then practice my singing. Sounds like something I would do. And after all that, I now run a local supermarket. Yeah, that's just been my life. I think I just made that all up. That was it. That was really fun. Like, that was a genuinely good, enjoyable, fun game. I'm honestly surprised that it was made like a free game for April Fool's Day, because it's really not a joke game. I mean, it's obviously quite more humorous than the other Sonic games, but like it still is a genuine game with a genuine story and like some decent challenge to it as well. Like, honestly, A.T. Sanlovsky, I don't know who that is. But yeah, this is really fun. Honestly. I think like half an hour. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do next, because the thing is, like, I might Oh, music special thanks, Jun anyway. Yeah, because they used the Tony Hahn, Johnny Gioeli. Oh, from Crash 40. Okay. Yeah, because they used music from like Sonic games. Um, so I might be going away for a while after next week. So, um, basically, there might not be any point in me starting a new big game. Um, if I'm gonna just have like 3 sessions and then I'm be gone for a long time. So I'm thinking like from now until I go, I'm probably going to do Sonic Forces streams, which will be done direct from my PS4. So there will be no camera, but there will still be microphones, so you can still hear me. I've been streaming not Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontiers. I mean, not sorry. I always get those two mixed up. I've been streaming Sonic Frontiers like on and off, basically whenever I get some spare time and want to. So it feels like a good like filler, I guess, for the time before I go, and then when I get back, I'll start the next big project, which will be, I think I mentioned this before, but it will be Chained Echoes, a RPG, a game made as like a love letter to classic RPGs, made entirely by one single German game developer, and it won Best Game Award. I forget for what recently, but apparently it's really good, so excited to check that out. But yeah, honestly, my cat is here. She's just settling down. Honestly, this was super fun. I love this game. I apologise for my terrible impersonations of Sonic characters. I'm really not good at doing those voices. Espio and Shadow are the easiest ones for me to do. Tails isn't that bad either. I think the hardest for me, ironically, is Sonic, which you wouldn't think would be that hard, but for some reason I just really can't get it. Can't figure out how to do it. Because I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. And also Amy, because her voice is like so high pitched, and I have trouble doing like really high pitched voices. Like Tails isn't that high pitched, so I can kind of do his okay, but Amy's like super high pitched and feminine, and I have trouble with voices like that. As you can probably tell. Thank you, Seika. What? I'm just being realistic. It's that happy April Fool's Day observed. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks to Sega for letting us make this game rather, and thank you for playing it or something. Anyways, that was it. Let's see. Well, first off, we do a little ad break. Then we see if this game has a TV Tropes page I can read, because you know I love to do that. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna go on intermission. There was Rennie on the table. Okay, then it's Sonic. Yes, it does have a page. Yes, aha, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna go right ahead because I don't think anyone's watching, so this will be archived. Yeah, the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is a visual. That's also there. Also, you can see Knight's getting some pets in the background, so you can watch my cat getting pets while I read this page. The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is a visual novel in the Sonic the Hedgehog series, released on the PC exclusively through Steam for free on March 31st, 2023 and April 1st in Japan and other countries. It was developed by Sega of America's dedicated Sonic social media team, led by social media manager Katie Zanovsky, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, with assistance from a number of talented people, including members of the fan community. Ah, nice, so it was actually made by the people in charge of the social media. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the game plays out like a traditional visual novel where you find evidence and interrogate characters for information, intercut with isometric running segments, framed as the player using their Dream Gear console to help sort out their thoughts, which play similarly to the special stages of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. but I think they mean the... Oh, no, the 16-bit version. Well, yeah, because you have to collect a certain number of rings. Yeah, okay. Just like how Sonic Generations avoided bringing up Sonic's actual age, this game also forgoes any mention on how old Amy really is. Officially, she's 12, according to the eye catch cards in Sonic X, at least. And I think the age... I have not confirmed this, but I think the ages are listed on the official website too, and it says Amy is 12. So, yeah. If I remember right, Sonic is 15, Knuckles is 16, Tails is 8, Amy is 6, and not Amy, Cream is 6, sorry, and I don't know about the others. The game allows you to adjust the Think platforming minigame's difficulty in case you find it too hard or just want to enjoy the visual novel aspect. The options can be used to reduce the amount of rings needed by up to half, slow the game down for easier reactions, remove bottomless pits, or outright make Sonic invincible. Using any of these options does not affect the story. It's good that they have the option to change it. Like if you're not too good at that, or you just want to like enjoy the game. When entering a new train car, you'll automatically discard any pieces of evidence you no longer need from your inventory, so you don't waste time on frivolous guesses, which was really helpful. So, released, yeah, released March 31st, 2023, one day before April Fools, though thanks to time zones it was already April 1st in some parts of the world, most notably Sega's home country of Japan, and was advertised as a new direction for Sonic, and it is. Sonic the Hedgehog is dead. There's even a happy April Fool's Day note in the credits. Unlike most entries in the Sonic franchise, this game uses a cartoony 2D style similar to the Professor Layton games and the IDW comics, courtesy of Minho Kim, aka DG Min. The Ascended meme. The threatening look Amy makes after she finds out Sonic was actually injured is a reference to the "You have alerted the Sonic" meme that became popular in 2022. Well, there's a video, let's have a look. Display capture. Oh yeah, oh that's what that was. That was cool. Yeah. At one point late in the game, failing one of the Think challenges has the protagonist think "Big Oof." This is a nod to the IDW comics, where Sonic saying that in response to the death of Dr. Starline became a meme. Author appeal. Katie Trzanovsky, the Sonic social media manager and executive producer of this game, is a big fan of the series Chow. There is at least one Chow related item in each room that the player can spot. The security guard is a mustache Chow. Rouge is trying to find a Fabergé Chow egg that has a bedazzled Chow necklace inside of it, and that there is a Chow that bears resemblance to one that she took care of that can be seen when Espio recites a poem. There's a picture here. I'll just switch. There. Jasmine and Tyson Hess, who draws the comics and did some of the work on the games, surprised me for Christmas with art of the Chow that my brother and I raised when we used to play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle together as kids. Its name is John. John is the best Chow. So grateful that one of my favourite childhood memories could be immortalised like this. And then here we see it in the game. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Tails and the player character can see when Espio speaks in italics. Yeah. but thou must. The only right answers allow you to proceed. Variety shows up throughout the game. Should you ask the wrong question or try to present the wrong evidence, you're told it's wrong and you have to try again. It's exaggerated in one scene when attempting to get rid of the egg in the safe, which the cast thinks is a bomb because it starts ticking once Rouge picks it up. You get 16 options to choose from, but only one will let you advance. Yeah, but they're all hilarious. The cameo. As per series tradition, Big the cat can be seen through the window of one of the train cars fishing. Ah, didn't notice. Sad. A portrait of Professor Pickle appears in the library car. In the ending of the game, Sage and Metal Sonic appear in the end next to Eggman wearing party hats and fun t-shirts. Eggman even name drops Sage before her cameo in the ending in an optional piece of dialogue. Mixed with meme acknowledgement, there are 2 cameos by the mimetic rookie avatar Ian Jr. as a portrait in the library car and as a guitarist in a picture found in the lounge car. According to the game's trailer and files, the player character's canon name is Barry. However, the player is allowed to name their character whatever they want. Oh, nice. There's a smashed-in Super Monkey Ball arcade machine in the saloon car. The clickable monitor in the casino car has a promo for Knight's Pinball. Yeah, I noticed. That's awesome. Continuity nod. At the beginning of the game, when taking Sonic's ticket, the conductor mentions the time Eggman took over the world, referencing the events of Sonic Forces. If you talk to Blaze after the incident in the safe, she'll mention to say her thanks to Cream and nod to their friendship in Sonic Rush. When Eggman makes contact with the train, Sonic asks if he's planning yet another Death Egg. During the last part of the game, which is an extended Think segment, Sonic mentions that in his last adventure he got a speed boost from maxing out his ring gauge. Yeah, it's a reference to Sonic Frontiers, like I thought. In the saloon car, looking out the window reveals a giant chain, possibly the same one used to capture Little Planet. Oh. Cut Lex Luthor a check. Eggman created an entire functional system of high-speed rail for cargo and passengers across at least one county, even if it was powered by a forsaken child, but only wanted it to carry materials for his future empire and possibly capture Sonic. It's also mentioned that he wrote and published his own autobiography alongside a recipe book and apparently sells casino supplies. Deconstructed parody. We get to see the world of Sonic through the eyes of your everyday person in this world, who repeatedly points out and is completely mystified by just how utterly bizarre Sonic and his group of friends are to someone who has zero context of their adventures and backgrounds. There is an impressively thorough amount of checking to prevent a player from naming themselves as something that would intentionally cause confusion or be inappropriate for the game. If you attempt to name yourself after another character in the game, the player character will comment on how that would be cool if it were actually true, and you'll have to input something else. You can't name the main character a swear word, a slur, or after certain infamous figures. The reason why the names of said infamous figures get blocked is because parts of their name spelling spell out a swear word or slur and may happen to otherwise innocent names, which will cause the player character to say they don't think they could show their face around again if they put that on their name tag. In the lounge, when you find enough clues, you're supposed to start an interrogation with Shadow. However, the game will allow you to start an interrogation with Amy instead, which leads to a unique set of dialogue. Ah, that's cool. Yeah, the player character has some truly Phoenix Wright-esque internal snarking throughout the game, especially towards the other characters' eccentricities. I did get that, get the Phoenix Wright vibe, honestly. Foreshadowing. Tails' lore card mentions that his old partner was a Flicky who went to Eggman's side. This is exactly what happened with the train, which is powered by a Flicky, the same one on his lore card. You can find Dr. Eggman's autobiography in the library car and poker chips with his symbol on them in the casino. Both are brushed off by the player character and Tails, but prove to be big hints as to who's really responsible. There are many clues that point to which of the cast murdered Sonic. Most of the cast are interrogated on their whereabouts and actions during the train's crash. However, only Espio and Shadow are directly accused of killing Sonic and needing to prove otherwise. Espio's alibi is the most shaky, with it revolving around the idea that he was too engrossed in a book to notice Shadow coming back from the saloon car, even though he didn't pay attention enough to put the book back in its right place. The biggest clue is that Espio couldn't actually verify his own alibi. The player character has to speak up in his defense. Espio is also the only character who is stated to have been alone when the crash happened. Amy gets a scoop when she gets to the library car. When we know the only character there was Espio, we later learn that his information is false and meant to implicate Shadow. Rouge also finds the blueprint to the car in the library. The player character and Tails find a hidden passage from the conductor car to the library car, which gives whoever is in there a way to get closer to Sonic without going through the casino car. Espio's very specialty is espionage and infiltration, which makes him the most equipped to murder someone and get away with it by using a secret passage. There is some for the true nature of one of the game's red herrings. Shadow acts cagey and is pegged as one of the suspects, but one of the first questions he asks the conductor and the player once he boards is if there are any gift bags available for sale on the train. This is the first clue that Shadow's goal is to get a birthday gift for Amy, as everyone but him got her one, clearing him of being the culprit. The only reason why he acts so shady is so that Amy won't find out about his attempt to get the gift using the lounge's computer. There are also clues as to a third party interfering with the murder mystery. As the player character notes, Sonic is actually hurt and not simply pretending to be dead for the sake of the game. Regardless of the game, none of the cast would ever hurt Sonic that way. An early function of the train gives a few hints if the player is paying attention. The arms are everywhere in the train and are said to have a lot of control over its functions besides just cleaning it. The manner of Sonic's death also raises suspicion. Sonic was tranquilized by a blow dart despite no weapons being allowed on the train. While the culprit, Espio, was accused of being stealthy enough to bring it aboard the train, he later admits that he was given instructions to shoot Sonic. The name of the train seems unnecessarily mysterious and dramatic for what is on the face of it a somewhat gimmicky passenger train. It brings to mind the naming scheme of many of Eggman's creations. What was the name of the train again? Oh, the Mirage Express, yeah. The conductor has yellow pupils peeking out against black sclerae, same as the robotic eyes of the hands. An old portrait of the conductor seen in the library depicts him with normal eyes. But if you took the conductor for a robot or Robot Me copy of the original, you would have fallen for a red herring. It really is the conductor, and the darkened eyes are from the shadow of his cap's brim. Gender-inclusive writing. The player character is referred to exclusively with gender-neutral they-them pronouns and terms such as being able to pretend to be Blaze's spouse. Their portrait is also gender-ambiguous, which is cool. This is the first time where Sega's policy of writing Chao as gender-neutral, first established in Sonic the Hedgehog IDW comics, is clearly brought up in a game. Olmo Chao is referred to with they-them pronouns, and so is a guard Chao with a moustache, based on one of the male game developers according to the credits. This extends to the player character asking the Chao about their partner rather than about their husband or wife. Yeah, I noticed that they called Olmo Chao they. It's kind of cool. Yeah, the nameless employee who serves as the player character can be named whatever the player desires. The game's code and the trailer has their default name listed as Barry and refers to them as Nameless MC. Yeah. Much like the attorney's badge, the menu is always in the player's inventory. It's first used as a tutorial to check out the inventory, with the conductor quizzing the player on what's being served. It is never used as an item during interrogations, with the only use it has being in the beginning at the dining car, which can prompt some optional dialogue with characters like Vector. Even when the player discards items that are no longer relevant to their investigation, it always remains in the player's inventory, justified as there's always a dialogue option to ask if the cast wants something to eat, and the player would need it on hand to show the guest what is available. Yeah. Because the game takes the perspective of an audience surrogate who knows next to nothing about Sonic and his friends, and Sonic himself is obviously absent, it acts as an effective introduction to the series' extended cast for new fans. I hadn't thought about that before, but yeah. If you haven't played Sonic Frontiers, then the game's ending spoils the fact that Sage is one of Eggman's creations and essentially his daughter, which is admittedly a first episode twist. More pertinently, that same deal also spoils the golden ending of Frontiers, which shows that Eggman managed to bring Sage back after her heroic sacrifice to stop the end. Loose canon. Parodied, the official statement is that it's canon insofar as Sonic Team believes in the power of headcanon. It does seem to continue on from the story of Sonic Frontiers, but also contains references to games and other media set in explicitly different timelines. The only main game installment it directly contradicts is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 by having Blaze in her original backstory as a dimensional traveller rather than being from the future, though considering 06 is still canon discontinuity, it's not that big a deal. Lower Deck episode. Essentially, it's one of these by virtue of making the player character one of the usually nameless background extras. While they're continually baffled at the personality quirks and interpersonal dynamics of the team, for the main characters it's an exciting but fairly routine adventure, only made memorable by the date. The player even admits at the end that they're only telling the story of the one time their life crossed over with people as famous as this before they return to everyday obscurity. Multiple endings. You can choose how you move on following Eggman's plan being foiled, ranging from deciding to stay in your position to winning the lottery and running a successful supermarket chain. Sonic's theme contains a few nods to It Doesn't Matter, specifically the Adventure 2 version, I noticed that. Yeah. Mythology gag. The train monitors are clickable and give advertisements for Coliseum Highway Zone, Twinkle Park and Music Plant Zone. The conductor is planning to visit Begonia with his wife after his retirement. The player character later discusses this with Tails, who suggests visiting Professor Pickle should they ever be in the area themselves. Both the player and Tails will even mention a Begonia delicacy, the sparkle gelatin, with Tails even mentioning how it can melt a jaded heart. Sonic Unleashed references. The saloon car is based off of Mirage Saloon Zone. Looking outside of the window in the saloon car shows the chain used to tether Little Planet from Sonic CD, rusted and mossy with age. Yeah. So it's still there. So wait, is Little Planet still chained then?
No. Okay.
An extremely subtle one. The top score on the arcade machine other than Knuckles and Vector scores is from Toast with a score of 7,331. Lego Ideas 21331 Sonic the Hedgehog Green Hill Zone was designed by Ideas user Toaster Girl. Knuckles' hat is a variation of his hat seen in Sonic the Hedgehog the movie, the animated movie, not the live action one, albeit with rings instead of star decorations, likely to get around Sega's tendency to avoid directly using elements from the OVA. I did wonder if it was a reference to that, actually. When Eggman reveals himself in the conductor's room, the player character has two options that both reference adaptations of Sonic into other media.
Sure.
You can ask him not to take them to the future, where Eggman's already taken over everything. Reference to Sonic the comic. This could also be a reference to multiple other pieces of Sonic media, including Sonic CD, Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, or Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood, but none of those match the idea of Eggman sending Sonic into the future where he's already taken over, as well as Sonic the comic. Alternatively, if you ask him not to turn you into robots, he'll note that he hasn't done that in quite a while. The birthday cake that Sonic buys Amy at the end of the game has a pink and yellow striped pattern that resembles the soil in Collision Chaos. Funny, that was the first place Sonic met Amy, so very fitting. In the ending, Eggman's party hat is quite clearly from his original Sonic 1 concept design, where he wore a nightcap and pyjamas. Nice. The conductor says that he's been conducting the train for 32 years. The visual novel came out March 31st, April 1st, 2023, roughly 32 years after the first Sonic game released. Wow. The code Rouge uses to open the safe 230401 is a reference to the game being released for April Fool's Day 2023. So that's what it was. When Tails wakes up in the dining car closet, he says that his head's spinning. Sonic Heroes reference. When asked if he would like something to drink, Shadow replies that he would like coffee beans and a spoon. The Twitter takeover. The closet in the lounge car contains the adventurer shoes and a pink t-shirt with a purple collar and yellow stripes on the sleeves, a nod to Sonic's favourite clothes from Sonic the Hedgehog the movie. Like with Knuckles' hat, this gets around being exactly the same shirt as in the OVA by having the shirt be otherwise blank as far as can be seen from the angle we're given. Um, but I just read the page and
Yeah,
it'll be done. Like I've been going for an hour so far. That much. The whiteboard renders for the player Tails, Rouge, and Blaze when they're planning the heist are in the Sonic the Hedgehog style featured in Japanese manuals and various classic era concept sketches. One of the dialogue options when the player is ready to move on is "Let's do it to it." Also, this isn't the first time that Sonic was killed in the franchise, only to return to life no worse for the wear. In Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, he was rendered only mostly dead by Mephiles the Dark and brought back to life with the power of the Chaos Emeralds and a kiss from Princess Elise of Soleanna, while here he is rendered not quite dead by Espio and recovers after a few hours. Sonic getting incapacitated by being shot with a tranquilizer dart calls to mind an incident that happened to a different Sonic. Reference to the live-action movie. The non-standard character design. The conductor is notably a lot taller than most of the main cast. It could be argued it's because he's old, but even though she's not in the game, one can make the comparison that he's almost twice as tall as Vanilla, Cream's mom. In the ending, we get to see the conductor's wife, and she's almost as tall as he is, so it's not him specifically either. Oddball in the series. It's a visual novel in a series known for high-speed platforming. The fact that it was released close to April Fool's Day with a shout-out to the day in the ending credits shows that the oddness was intentional, though. Red herring. The signs all seem to point to one suspect early on, but it eventually gets explained. Shadow was treated with repeat suspicion throughout the investigation due to him going around locking the doors between cars. It then turns out it was for the much more benign reason of trying to get Amy a birthday present. The conductor sticks out like a sore thumb for his non-standard character design, his position, and his suspicious absence during the murder mystery. The conductor's black and yellow uh-oh eyes are strikingly similar to the robot Hans eyes and are a far cry from the conductor's portrait. This is completely innocent, and the darkened eyes are just a result of the shadow from his hat. The conductor towers over the other cast members and has a moustache. He is not, however, Eggman in disguise. Eggman is at his base and calls in through the train's displays. The train itself has many hidden depths, and the conductor is naturally one who would know all about them. He doesn't know, however, that the train is a servant of Dr. Eggman's. Oh yeah, I noticed this. Every time the player character tries to recall the conductor's advice of keeping the guests safe, their flashbacks has the conductor being much more flattering to them, while also more blunt about the consequences than he actually was. The game forbids the player from entering bad words as the player character's name. It will also check for substrings, so innocent names could even be blocked, such as Phoenix Wright, because it has ho in it. Shout out. Sonic's death pose is laid out exactly like the Family Guy fallen down pose. The conductor is a dead ringer visually to the conductor from Galaxy Express 999 with the same face framed in shadow effect with his cap. When Tails and the player character confront Knuckles for goofing around in the saloon car instead of participating in the mystery, he sheepishly responds, "Don't tell Amy." Was that actually a reference to Unazanas? Well. As Tails and the player character solidify their accusation of the murderer, the artwork shown is remarkably similar to key art of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, with the shorter detective costume Tails filling in for Layton and the taller, besuited player character as Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah, like the double finger point. Yeah. According to Ian Muchler, the game's writer, the player character is a quokka, whatever one of those is. A small macropod about the size of a domestic cat. Huh. There's a picture here, I'll show. That's a quokka. That's cute. Oh. Alright. I wonder what the conductor is then. I thought he may be an echidna, but like, no. Trailers always lie. The launch trailer notably has a couple of scenes and dialogue that aren't in the actual game, such as Sonic not being present in the initial gathering, and the conductor asking the player character to make sure that everyone makes it out of here alive, mostly to present the game as an apparent actual murder mystery, when the initial premise is that the murder mystery is actually a party game that becomes more serious, but ultimately doesn't result in anyone actually dying, though Sonic is seriously hurt. Wham line, one that changes the entire story right quick. Sonic, I need everyone to listen. The train's a badnik. Sonic's social media manager and executive producer of the game, Katie Chrzanowski, is the one saying think during the game's minigame segments. Yeah. Doing it for the art. This is a free game that was released on April Fool's Day with the premise of Sonic being murdered on top of it all, that it can be seen as the same joke pulled with Big's Big Fishing Adventure 3, The Trial. However, The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is a full-length visual novel that had a full development team behind it, comprised of members that have experience in the genre, such as Greg Bather and Ellen Alsop, who both previously worked on Dream Daddy and Goodbye Volcano High, respectively, with a full year of development as well. Social media manager Katie Chrzanowski noted how much work went into this game in an extensive Twitter thread, which included checking in with the franchise's lore team, executive Sonic team members like Kazuyuki Hoshino, and internal reviews within Sega, all to make a surprise release for the observed holiday that came from a team of passionate Sonic fans, which is pretty damn awesome, I have to say. The ending features 2 cameos with both Sage and Metal Sonic, who are both wearing Let's Go Dad t-shirts, hoping Dr. Eggman had succeeded in his plan. This is based on the fandom's popular idea that Eggman treats his creations like a family, with Metal Sonic and Sage being siblings. According to Katie, whatever her last name is, there were a number of influences. The Ace Attorney series is the primary inspiration for the gameplay, as seen with segments where Tails and the player character interrogate the other characters. Yeah, I could see that. The murder mystery aspect was inspired by Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, which also had a mysterious crime that was committed a train, which in turn was inspired by Murder on the Orient Express, which credits as the visual novel's main inspiration. Sorry, I don't know how to say that name.
Which name?
This name.
Let's see. Katie Krzyzanowski.
Krzyzanowski?
I would say.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah, but I also did get the Murder on the Orient Express references as well. The Think platforming segments are not a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 special stages. Likely anticipating the response of fans recognising that Sonic's death pose is based on the fall and down pose from Family Guy. The game's director, Michael Shafrier, released a backgroundless render of the image, asking fans to go nuts and make their own memes. Yeah. The visual novel was released nearly 30 years after the release of Sonic CD, Amy's debut in the games. Fittingly, the visual novel takes place on her birthday. Promoted fanboy, more like promoted fan team. A lot of members of the development team, the Sonic social media team, are huge fans of Sonic the Hedgehog. Cream and Charmy were originally meant to be in this game, according to this article, but the development team decided not to use them as they feel like a 6-year-old is too young of an age to deal with a murder mystery party. Yeah, I did notice they were absent. Character derailment. While still cold and aloof, especially to the protagonist, Shadow in this game is noticeably calmer and shows a softer side to him that hasn't been seen in a while, especially him ordering concert tickets for Amy and trying hard to cover it up until the surprise was ready, and in the climax he never once chastises Sonic when he's revealed to be hurt and helps Sonic rescue Amy. Fans have created their own interpretations of what other characters from the Sonic universe would look like or play the role of in this game. This has seen fan art of characters like Surge and Kit, Gadget and Infinite, or even Sage and the Ninja Guardian, all dressed up and participating in Amy's murder mystery party. Fans naturally started running with Sonic's death upon the game's announcement, pretending the Blue Blur really had been murdered and there would be no more games as a result. The official Atlas Twitter account even tweeted out a suggestion for Jack Frost to replace the Hedgehog, to which the official Sega Twitter account simply stated, approved. Yeah, while the majority of the game is a comfortable VN that gives you plenty of leeway when it comes to solving puzzles, the think segments are deceptively brutal if you opt to play on the default settings, with the minigames giving little to no room for error starting from the second room. Yeah, I noticed. The way Shadow was written, harkening back to his original characterization as a serious and reserved person who still cares about his friends, was very well received by his fans who have been frustrated by his flanderization over the previous decade due to Sega mandates into Sonic's jerk rival with few if any redeeming qualities and no friends. Yeah. Anyways, that was it. That was the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, like I said, probably going to be doing Sonic Frontiers streams for a bit, and then I will be back in full swing after that. So look forward to that, and until next time, Daybreakers, stay safe and peace.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to find someone to raid. Hold on. Let's see who's online. Cabal the Raven, Tough Smudge. Right, let's do live channels. Ooh, someone's playing Final Fantasy IX. Very. Ooh, someone's playing Kingdom Hearts. Twitch knows me, apparently. This one's playing Kingdom Hearts. This one got 9 viewers. Crispy Me. Okay, let's rate them. I didn't do the tags. I just like saw, oh, playing Kingdom Hearts. Nice. So we are going to raid Crispy Me. Let's get that raid started. And it's only me, so it's not much of a raid, but still. Alright. See you next time.